Hello everybody, welcome to Java with John. I'm John Rayhans and I'm here with our executive chef Dan Paymar. Dan, great to see you.
Thank you very much, John. Appreciate it. Welcome everybody to the show.
This is awesome. So what I asked Dan to do is get us reacquainted with the kitchen. It's been a while since we've seen one of his demonstrations. And as a matter of fact, the guys are working on a brand new menu for Stone and Barrel, right?
We are.
And so I asked Dan, he said, hey, what might be one of the items that you're contemplating putting on the menu? And it's, what is this, a swordfish, is that right?
This is swordfish, so it's going to be a blackened swordfish with a Creole sauce.
Well, terrific. I'm excited. Swordfish is one of my favorite fish. It's meaty, lots of flavor. And I'm looking at all these ingredients you're going to add. It's going to taste great. So let's watch you do your stuff, Dan.
All right. So the first thing we do is we got all our mise en place here of all our different ingredients. And we have a pan back here, and we're just going to put a little bit of oil, actually less than that. And we got our cast iron pan, which is great for what we're going to do. But we're going to do a blackened swordfish. And with a blackened, you want to use a good pan. You want to bring it to the smoky point like we have there. We actually want to smoke it. We want this really high and sizzling in there.
And Dan, what are some of those spices you put on that swordfish?
So in the blackened seasoning, it's a mix of a lot of different seasonings. So it has some cayenne pepper, it has paprika, it has chili powder, it has basil, oregano, cumin. Just a pretty big variety of all these different spices that are in there. I'm going to turn that down a little bit now so it slows down the process. We'll work on the next step. I have another pan over here and we're going to work on the sauce. So both of these I've heated up in the pans. And I'm just going to add again a little bit of oil in here. And this is what we're going to be putting in the sauce. I'm going to be starting with our andouille sausage. We're going to saute that up a little bit. Just going to do a light seasoning. That's going to bring out some of that flavor out of the andouille. And we're going to add our green and red peppers, and we're going to add some onions in here. And we're starting with the vegetables that are the firmest, because we want those vegetables to be, to extract that flavor, sort of sweat them out of there. And then we can go from there, and we're going to add our smaller ingredients. So we're going to add the garlic at this point. And we also have some capers in here that we're going to add. We don't want to burn the garlic, so we don't add it too far into the process. We like to wait a little bit. We're going to add some rum to this. That's going to help deglaze the pan. It's going to also add a little bit of sweetness from that rum coming out. We're going to add our tomatoes at this point. But I don't want to cook it too much at this point because I don't want those tomatoes to really get too soft in there. We're going to add our water. We're going to add some Cajun seasoning to this. At this point, we're going to flip our swordfish. Add a little bit more oil into that as well. We got a little bit of cornstarch here and a little bit of water. Got a pinch of salt and pepper to this. And we're just going to add a little bit of that cornstarch to help thicken this. And we're going to finish it with some scallions. Now from there, we got some rice here. Put our rice down on a plate. Now, of course, the swordfish would normally take longer than this, but we're just going to put it on just so we can see what we're doing here. So we're going to take our swordfish. One more thing we need to do, grab me another pan real quick. Forgot I need to do the vegetables that go with this as well. We're going to do this up real quick as well. It's always important when you do a saute, you want to get that pan on there, you want to heat it up, you want to bring your oil into the heat. So you're getting that sizzle into it, so it's cooking, and that's what saute is, it needs to jump. So you heat up our pan, we're going to have our okra and our kidney beans in there, and our onion. We're going to hold off a little bit on the garlic, like I said. And after we let that cook for a couple minutes, that's when we would add our garlic in there. Again, we're going to season that. And that will also go on our plate. And again, we got our sauce, our Creole sauce to go over the top of it. Then after that, we can also garnish it with something. I have a green onion here that I grilled off. We can use that for the plate. So it gives an idea of one of the items we want to do with the new menu. Sort of that Southern Cajun Creole seasoning we're going for. The rum will help blend out some of that spiciness from it, sort of mellow it out, get a little bit of sweetness. But get a little bit of flavors, a lot of different items on the compound dish.
Super. Dan, this looks great. Thank you for your expertise. Lots of fun to watch you prepare it. All my favorite ingredients here. First, you've got rum. How can you go bad with a little alcohol in your dish? And I love seafood. And that swordfish looks delicious. Lots of flavor. I can smell it from here. Great nose to it. The plate presentation is great. Lots of color. I think our homeowners are really going to enjoy this dish. So thank you very much for being here today. Look forward to seeing this on our menu. We'll catch you next time on Java with John.
Thank you.